Hi everyone, welcome back to Curious Mind, the podcast where we explore everyday stories with a little twist. I'm Emily, and I'm really glad you're here. Today we have a fun and light-hearted topic, living next to a celebrity. Maybe you've seen celebrities on TV or in movies. But what if you lived right next door to one? What are they like in real life? What do they do on normal days? Today, we'll find out. Our first guest is Kevin Riley, who once lived near an action film star. And later, Lena Moore will join us. She's running a bit late, but she has a great story too. Hi, Kevin. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Emily. Thanks for having me. I've been looking forward to this.
So, tell us, who was your famous neighbor?
His name was Troy Daniels. He's the guy from those big action films. Desert Force, The Iron Sky, The Final Code. You've probably seen him running through explosions.
Oh yes, I remember him. So, what was it like having an action hero living next door?
Honestly, it was pretty normal. I lived in a quiet neighborhood in Los Angeles. Troy moved in about 3 years after we did. He bought the house next to ours. Big place with tall trees and a really nice wooden fence.
Did you recognize him right away?
At first, no. He wore a cap and sunglasses all the time. He kept to himself. But one day, his dog, a big golden retriever named Duke, ran into our garden. That's when I met him. He came to the door super polite, saying, "Sorry, mate," like he was British, even though he's American.
That's funny. So, what happened after that?
Well, after that, we'd wave to each other sometimes. Then one afternoon, my son's bike chain broke. Troy was outside, saw us struggling, and came over to help. He fixed the bike like a pro. Turns out he loves building things. Bikes, chairs, shelves.
Wait, so an action movie star is also a handyman?
Exactly. He even built a birdhouse and put it in his backyard. I could see it from my kitchen window. It had tiny stairs and a little flag on top.
That's adorable. Did people in the neighborhood know who he was?
A few did, but no one bothered him. We respected his privacy. He was just Troy next door. He brought cookies during the holidays and left little thank you notes in people's mailboxes.
That's so different from the Hollywood image we see.
Totally. The only strange thing was, every Sunday at 8 a.m., he did martial arts in his backyard. Like full karate moves. It was quiet, calm, almost like meditation.
Okay, I love that. A famous man kicking the air in slow motion at sunrise. Oh great, Lena's finally here. Lena, welcome.
Hi, Emily. Sorry I'm late. Traffic on 4th Avenue was just awful. There was construction, and I got stuck behind a delivery truck for almost 15 minutes.
Hey, Lena. Good to see you.
Hi, Kevin. I've been listening since I got in the car. Your story about Troy Daniels made me laugh. I never would have guessed he loves birdhouses.
Right? It's so unexpected. But that's what makes these stories fun. You never know what celebrities are like when they're off camera. Perfect timing, though. Kevin just finished his story. So, Lena, tell us about your famous neighbor. I know this one's going to be interesting.
Oh yes, Maya Gold, the famous chef. You probably know her from the cooking show Maya's Table. She's also written a few best-selling cookbooks. She lived right across the street from my apartment in Seattle.
No way! I love her recipes. I once tried her cinnamon flatbread and totally failed. But it smelled amazing. What was she like in real life?
She was honestly one of the kindest people I've ever met. Very warm and welcoming. She always wore these colorful scarves and long aprons, even when she was just walking her dog, Noodle. She smiled at everyone and always waved from her steps, like she knew every neighbor by name.
That sounds lovely. Did you get to talk to her often?
A few times, yes. We usually talked about food, of course. One time I asked about a spice I couldn't find, and she actually gave me some from her kitchen, wrapped in wax paper like a gift.
Oh, wow, that's so sweet. Did she ever cook for you?
Yes. Every spring she held a garden party for her neighbors. I was lucky to be invited twice. She cooked everything herself: roasted vegetables, lemon pie, herbed bread, pasta with flowers on top. And all of it came from her garden. She even gave us small recipe cards tied with ribbon as party favors.
That sounds like a food dream. Homemade pasta and recipe cards? You won the neighbor lottery.
It really felt like that. The backyard was decorated with lights and paper lanterns. She had soft jazz playing, and people just laughed and ate under the stars.
That sounds like a scene from a movie. Was there anything surprising or unusual about her?
Oh, definitely. She had one funny habit. Every morning at 5:30 a.m., she played opera music really loud in her kitchen while she cooked breakfast. I'm talking full volume, windows open, music floating down the street.
Better than a rooster alarm, I guess.
Exactly. The first time it happened, I thought there was a concert nearby. But no one ever complained. In fact, some neighbors said it helped them wake up early and start their day with music.
That's actually kind of charming.
She once led a yoga class in the park. No sign up, no fee. She just showed up one Sunday morning with a mat and said, "Come join me if you need to breathe." She brought tea for everyone afterward. I still think about that day when I'm feeling stressed.
Wow, she sounds like such a generous soul. I love hearing stories like this when celebrities use their fame to build connection, not distance.
It really reminds you that people are people no matter how famous they are.
Yes, some want privacy, of course. But others love being part of the neighborhood. I think Maya enjoyed living a normal life, watering her plants, walking Noodle, talking about basil and olive oil.
Kevin and Lena, thank you so much for sharing these beautiful stories. I love that both of your celebrity neighbors weren't just famous. They were also kind, thoughtful, and human.
Thanks for having us, Emily. This was really fun.
Yes, thank you. Now I just want to bake something and listen to opera.
Sounds like the perfect plan. And to our listeners, do you have any interesting neighbor stories? Maybe someone famous, or just someone unforgettable. Let us know in the comments. This has been another episode of Curious Mind. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that inspire, surprise, and make you smile. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep listening.